Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching our non-stop coverage of election results. 4 big state election results have been announced. Of course, Mizoram will come tomorrow. It has been postponed by a day. I'm Shivani Gupta. Joining me in the studio is my colleague Ridhima Bhatnagar, and also our political affairs editor Aman Sharma is with us in the studio. So Aman, the BJP is going to be very, very happy with these results. But I want to focus a little bit on the Congress party. Losing Rajasthan, what does this mean for Ashok Gehlot now?
See, I think Ashok Gehlot, during the election also we saw, Pallavi, Shivani, I will cite this anecdote.
Yeah.
What happened? So I was at this urban polling booth of Mr. Ashok Gehlot in the morning. At 6:30 a.m., this first family came there to vote. There was a woman, there was a first-time voter, her son. The woman, after casting a vote, said, "Law and order Rajasthan mein kharab hai." This is Sardarpura. Ashok Gehlot's constituency, the first-time voter, the boy said, "I have been a victim of paper leaks twice, not once, twice." Then I went to an urban polling booth in Jodhpur. There a woman emerged, a family saying, "I have been a classmate of Mr. Ashok Gehlot. He's a good man, but his administration leaves a lot to be desired. There are chain snatchings in Jodhpur. I can't step out to do a morning walk." This was the mood. I think Mr. Gehlot's guarantees, which were offered, I think they got dimmed by these issues of paper leaks, crimes against women, law and order, appeasement. I think BJP ran a magnificent campaign to cash in on all these failures of the Ashok Gehlot government, and also I think this fight between Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot. 4.5 years, people openly used to say they kept fighting. Now this is the facade of unity that they're putting up. The future of Ashok Gehlot, I think Ashok Gehlot would take heart from this figure of 65 seats. The last time when he lost in 2013, he had dropped to 21 seats. And he's still getting about 65 seats. So the Vasundhara Raje, when she lost to Ashok Gehlot in 2018, got 73 seats. So I think Ashok Gehlot would cite this figure before the High Command to say, look, my guarantees still work to some extent. I am still popular. We have lost due to many other reasons. Maybe, you never know, he may even say Mr. Sachin Pilot did not work as he should have, in eastern Rajasthan, where the BJP has gained a lot from the last time. But I think Mr. Ashok Gehlot would take heart from this figure that at least he's got 65 seats. The party is not got wiped out.
Since you mentioned that, Aman, if you look at the last 4 cycles in Rajasthan, of course, it's a state that switches. But every time the BJP wins, at least in the last 4 cycles, when BJP wins, they manage to win very convincingly. When the Congress wins, they've been there or thereabouts. Interesting numbers. 2003, BJP won 120 seats. So roughly what they're getting this time around. Congress, 56. In 2008, Congress got 96. That was not even a halfway mark in Rajasthan. 2013, 163 for the BJP when they won, and 21, as you're mentioning, for the Congress party. 2018, the Congress won by the skin of their teeth by winning 100. So when they win Rajasthan, the pattern is not that they win big. When BJP wins, it wins very convincingly.
That is what a Sachin Pilot camp always says, that Mr. Ashok Gehlot जब हारते हैं तो पार्टी को बिल्कुल जीरो कर जाते हैं, फिर मुझे rebuild करना पड़ता है. तो मैंने rebuild किया 5 साल.
But what happens to this now, Aman, between this Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot?
Well, Sachin Pilot would cite this before the High Command to say, look, you have to make me give me the reins of the party now. You've given Mr. Ashok Gehlot the chance. You made him CM for 5 terms. He gave these 5, 6 guarantees, 7 guarantees, but look, the state has still been lost. So now it's high time that you give me the reins of the party. You wanted to give it to me last year, but Mr. Ashok Gehlot thwarted that. Now you please give it to me. Let me work for 5 years. I will bring back the party to par, because cyclic changes happen. But I think Mr. Ashok Gehlot, the magician, I think let's not rule him out, because I am the figure that he's coming with 65 to 68 seats. Mr. Ashok Gehlot would cite this to say, look, BJP's campaign, they cornered me. They ran this.
I think Vasundhara Raje, big questions over her future as well. She's speaking right now. Let's listen in.
Sarkar gayi na on that. That has changed. So expectation is.
Ma'am, during my Jhalawad visit, I was just trying to find out a single poster of Congress candidate. Not able.
आपने ये मेरे को कहा नहीं. I also didn't look. I must say. I'm trying to remember. नहीं. Okay, we'll start. Let's get over this, and then we can sit and chat for a little while. So सबसे पहले राजस्थान की ये जो शानदार जीत है, ये माननीय हमारे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी, जिनका मंत्र था ये सबका साथ, सबका विकास, सबका विश्वास और सबका प्रयास, ये उसकी जीत है. उनकी दी हुई गारंटी की जीत है. ये जीत हमारे माननीय केंद्रीय मंत्री होम मिनिस्टर अमित शाह जी की रणनीति की जीत है. और ये जीत हमारे माननीय अध्यक्ष श्री नड्डा जी के कुशल नेतृत्व की जीत है। और फिर सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट ये भी है, ये जीत हमारे कार्यकर्ताओं की, जिनके अथक प्रयास परिश्रम की जीत है। उन्होंने दिन और रात हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के जो सपने को साकार करने की पूरी कोशिश करते हुए उस दिशा में मेहनत करके ये परिणाम दिलाने का काम किया है। और सबसे बड़ी बात तो यह है कि ये जीत हमारे जनता जनार्दन की है, जिसने कांग्रेस के कुराज को नकारते हुए और भारतीय जनता पार्टी के सुराज को अपनाने का काम किया है। और ये जीत 2024 में मोदी जी को फिर से देशवासियों की सेवा का अवसर देने की ये जीत है। सो दैट्स ऑल आई वांटेड टू से। मेरी तरफ से तो इतना ही है। और फिर आप बंद कर दो तो फिर अपन सवाल नहीं, नो सवाल,
आपने जहाँ एरिया की
सवाल नहीं सर, नो सवाल। अब इसके बाद आप स्विच कर दो ऑफ एंड देन अपन बात करेंगे। ये नहीं करेंगे, चाय पिलाओ इनको।
All right, let's also go across to my colleague Pallavi, who's joining us. Pallavi, you've tracked this very, very closely over the last, 2 years now. Rajasthan lost from the grips of the Congress party and Ashok Gehlot. It's been a bitter battle between these two faces, Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot in Rajasthan. What happens now, you think?
Well, I mean, a knife will certainly be out. The party, frankly speaking, requires urgent introspection because, you know, it's not the first time where the party has been brought down. I remember, I would say around 10 years back when Sonia Gandhi was still at the helm, she had done a Congress parliamentary party meeting and she had accepted the fact that one of the main reasons why Congress often loses elections is not that because the BJP or any other political party defeats them, it's just that the Congress defeats itself. So in state after state, that's precisely been the problem. I mean, in Rajasthan, it was very in your face that a Gehlot versus Pilot fight was actually wasting a lot of time of the Congress party in making it concentrate on trying to save the government rather than actually focusing on a strategy. I think the same problem was there in Chhattisgarh, the T.S. Singh Deo versus Bhupesh Baghel, same in Madhya Pradesh. At the end of the day, will the Congress party be able to address this question that you cannot postpone your decision about deciding the line of leadership and whether there should be a clarity as far as the leadership goes? Of course, there are going to be questions now asked. I have my doubts that Sachin Pilot is going to be very, very open in his criticism of Ashok Gehlot immediately. But certainly, he would also want to know why is it that he was not promised a top job, because it was felt that by making Gehlot the CM, one, you would ensure that possibly the Congress will come back to power next time round, and also that you would win the Lok Sabha elections. He would certainly want his pound of flesh. He would want to become the state Congress chief. Will the party leadership understand that it's now a time for makeover? That's going to happen there. T.S. Singh Deo has made it very open that if I'm not going to be made the CM, I'm going to retire from politics. In that sense, will this concern of T.S. Singh Deo be addressed? In Madhya Pradesh, I have seen this very, very clearly, that there are leaders who were known, rooted to the ground, Suresh Pachori, Arul Yadav. Yeah. None of them were actually being seen out and about. It all became about Kamal Nath and Digvijay Singh, and there was a simmering of discontent. Will the Congress party once and for all understand that just name calling, just that giving taglines or labels or you know, spunky social media means are not the way to win elections? You have to be rooted to the ground. You need grassroots workers. You also need to have very strong booth politics. That is something which the Congress party really urgently needs to work on. They've just left with 3 to 4 months really as far as the Lok Sabha elections go.
Pallavi, just taking on from what you're pointing out, this infighting is not a new issue as far as the Congress is concerned. We've seen something similar in Punjab. We've seen this play out in Rajasthan, and even as you're rightly pointing out, for Chhattisgarh. But also the immediate question now for the Congress will be, there are question marks as far as its own prospects are concerned, but also as far as the existence of the opposition alliance is concerned. Look at the reactions that have already come in just in the last 1 hour, whether it's the TMC attacking the Congress, the JDU attacking the Congress no more has any bargaining chip as far as the opposition power is concerned.
Well, right over here in Madhya Pradesh, look at the comment of Kamal Nath vis-a-vis Samajwadi Party. SP, Westp से मुझे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. The Samajwadi Party is simmering in anger and they are certainly going to extract their pound of flesh. I think roughly around the first week of December is going to be the next round of seat sharing talks of the India Front Alliance. You think an SP or an AAP or a Trinamool Congress is going to allow the Congress Party to have its way? I have my serious doubts about that. Knives are going to be out. The Trinamool Congress, SP often, and even Aam Aadmi Party makes the point that the Congress doesn't have it in itself to win elections. They are so divided, they get their poor strategy, and at the end of the day, they are not able to deliver, yet they want to behave like a big brother. This is something which is now no longer going to be allowed to them as far as the seat sharing talks are concerned.
Pallavi, we'll just request you to stay on with us. We also have our colleague Arunima who is joining us. And Arunima, if anyone who saw the exit poll predictions, BJP was nowhere as far as Chhattisgarh is concerned. So all the pollsters seems to have got their numbers wrong. And the criticism at that point against the BJP was that there is no local face or local leader to take on the likes of Bhupesh Baghel. Things have drastically changed just in the last few hours. What is the kind of sense that you're picking up on the ground? Is Raman Singh now going to be once again the front runner?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you at all. I have no idea what you are asking me because amidst the dhol and the crackers and the big shouts of Jai Shri Ram, the only thing I can show you is what is happening at the BJP headquarters. Guneet, if you can come a little ahead, let's show them the kind of euphoria the numbers in Chhattisgarh has evoked amongst BJP workers. There are of course sloganeering of Jai Shri Ram. There is also Modi that is being shouted here. The BJP flags are fluttering proudly, and on the other side there is Gulal also. So not just Diwali but Holi also. Diwali, Holi एक साथ मना रहे हैं.
हम दिवाली भी एक साथ मनाएंगे, होली भी मना रहे हैं, क्योंकि जिस तरह से कांग्रेस सरकार ने पिछले 5 सालों में जनता के साथ, बेरोजगार युवक के साथ, किसानों के साथ
खुश है आप, समझ आ रहा है, बहुत खुश है आप.
बहुत खुश हैं और जनता
ऐसा नंबर सोचा ना,
ऐसा नंबर की उम्मीद थी और जनता ने उस पर खरे उतरी है. बिल्कुल विश्वास था हमको.
अच्छा, होली दिवाली दोनों एक साथ,
इससे बड़ी खुशी कोई हो ही नहीं सकती.
All right, so that gives you a sense of the BJP workers' mood here at Raipur. This is the BJP headquarters. On the one side, there is Diwali. Home Minister Amit Shah, if you recall, at a rally in Jagdalpur, had said that Chhattisgarh will celebrate Diwali thrice. Once with the country, second when BJP comes to power, third when the Ram Mandir is inaugurated. So that second Diwali celebrations is going on here in Raipur. And on the other side, the Dholwalas have just kept quiet for a bit, but you can see them getting ready once again. And I think in waves you will keep seeing these celebrations continuing again and again. The dhol, the crackers. Okay, there's a cracker there, Guneet. If you just show that, yes. Going off, excuse me getting stalled, Ridhima, but the atmosphere here has to be seen, to be believed really, as to what really is happening. Unprecedented numbers, and the BJP workers are on cloud 9.
Arunima, I wanted to ask you, before the doles and the crackers overpowered the sound around you, I wanted to ask you, has there been any reaction from Congress at all on these results?
None so far. In fact, Bhupesh Baghel had told us yesterday itself that he will not want to give a comment before the final numbers were out. So did Mr. Baghel know something that the exit pollsters didn't, that we had not managed to capture? In hindsight, probably yes, because both Raman Singh and Bhupesh Baghel had indicated that the exit polls had captured a trend. Even if their numbers were not absolutely on mark as far as Chhattisgarh is concerned, the trend that BJP was gaining had definitely been captured. And that is why perhaps Bhupesh Baghel wanted to wait and watch. He himself, in the Patan seat, got a scare. He started trailing at one point by about 600 votes, but now he has picked up. So he might ultimately keep his own seat in Patan, come back to the Chhattisgarh Assembly as yet another term as MLA from Patan. But Chhattisgarh has slipped out of his grasp completely.
Absolutely. Well, Purnima, enjoy the scenes around you. We'll come back to you. There is going to be a celebration in the national capital as well from 6:30 p.m. onwards. The BJP headquarters is also going to witness a program where the Prime Minister is going to come and address the workers. But Aman is also with us. Aman, I wanted to continue forward, what you've witnessed in Rajasthan because you tracked the elections on ground. In Rajasthan for a very long time it was said, and even I think Sachin Pilot acknowledged it, that the biggest opposition was the Congress itself. So what is it that the BJP did in the last 1 year or 6 months or in the last 2 months before the elections that they've got this mandate? Because this is not just an anti-Congress mandate. This is a pro-BJP mandate.
Absolutely. See, Shivani, I think what happened in the last election also, if we speak of the youth, which is a major voter, which I think has gone totally with the BJP this time. Last time, Mr. Ashok Gehlot had promised them an unemployment allowance of ₹3,500 per month. When he came to power, he did not give that. Instead of that, there were 18 to 19 paper leaks. So the youth was so angry. Youth was saying, एक तो unemployment allowance नहीं दिया, ऊपर से 18 paper leak हो गया.
And who was raising that paper leak issue? It was
Sachin Pilot. He himself realized, I asked Sachin Pilot in the interview that आपने ही सबसे, he said that was a major issue. The government should have intervened. The government did bring a law, but I think the damage was done. Over 4 years this kept on happening. आप law ले आए last year में, but the damage was done. Other factor, I think, Shivani, which has worked in Rajasthan with BJP is Kanhaiya Lal case. This Kanhaiya Lal case in Udaipur, the murder, it may have happened few months ago, but I found the resonance of that case across Rajasthan, even till the days of voting. People thought that this was an example of appeasement. That charge struck on Mr. Ashok Gehlot that यहाँ पे appeasement हो रहा है. And BJP, I think, raised it very strongly. That kind of slogan, Sar Tan Se Juda kind of slogans which were raised. We saw that in BJP's posters. I think BJP raised that very strongly. And as I said, the Congress guarantees dimmed in front of all
So
this.
fundamentally, it was law and order. Law and order, both crimes against women. Rajasthan tops the charts as far as the national data on crimes against women, especially rapes, are concerned. And also the issue of crimes of a more religious nature, where the government was seen to not wanting to touch that issue at all. But strangely, Ashok Gehlot, towards the election campaigning period, started saying that the Kanhaiya Lal murder was done by BJP-related people, which was a weird statement to make. Clearly, it didn't cut eyes.
Nobody bought it. Nobody bought it, and clearly, it showed in the campaign. Nobody had bought it, and especially when Kanhaiya Lal was complaining that it is in the threat. BJP clearly, I saw Mr. Amit Shah say that ये सरकार Kanhaiya Lal को नहीं बचा पाई, but बाकी cases में बड़ी जल्दी act कर लेती है. So I think that's charge stuck on the Congress, and of course, nobody bought the Sachin Pilot, Ashok Gehlot unity towards the end. There was this ample feeling that they were fighting for 4.5 years, which administration had suffered.
Aman, another aspect that I want to understand, this is something that you touched upon a short while ago as well, which is the BJP's own strategy, which is something that we see in every state, which is all the top guns get on the ground. They don't really discriminate whether it's a local election or a general election. Compare that to the strategy as far as the Congress is concerned. I remember when the Prime Minister had gotten very aggressive with his rallies in Rajasthan, there was a rally or a meeting by the Vice President as well, and the Gehlot government had trained their guns saying that he's not behaving in a bipartisan fashion. What was the Congress's own strategy to counter the kind of aggression they were seeing by the BJP?
Well, the Congress, I think the main factor which I was, very stark in the entire campaign was that Ashok Gehlot and Sachin Pilot did not campaign together. They were there together at few rallies of Priyanka Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi.
Together when Rahul Gandhi was there.
So, but that was more like a photo op. I asked, and Sachin Pilot, I asked him that.
But that schedule was also called off.
Yeah, Ajmer schedule was called off. I asked Sachin Pilot this in an interview that, you guys are not campaigning together. He said we have to cover maximum ground in the state. So what's the point of campaigning together? What's the point of a photo? But it was very clear, and I think Sachin Pilot also, I did not see him campaigning so aggressively in Eastern Rajasthan, because obviously he was also a bit embarrassed. He had come to, last time the region had voted for him thinking he'll be Chief Minister, and he was even removed as Deputy Chief Minister in 2020. So the Gujjars in Eastern Rajasthan, Dausa, Bharatpur, they were not happy with what was happening. Sachin Pilot's humiliation, I think, by the Congress party has cost the party in this election, and the Eastern Rajasthan has punished the Congress. So has Mewar in Rajasthan region, where the Rajputs, I think, have backed the BJP this time. Last time they were a bit angry with the BJP. This time I think they've returned to the BJP fold.
We'll just request you to stay on with us, because we have a reaction that we need to play out, which is coming in from Shivraj Singh Chauhan. Let's listen in.
श्रेय देंगे बहनों को, प्रधानमंत्री पार्टी।
मध्य प्रदेश के मन में मोदी, मोदी जी के मन में मध्य प्रदेश। उनका स्नेह और उनके प्रति जनता का अगाध विश्वास और श्रद्धा।
कमलनाथ जी बोलते हैं कि लाडली बहना अभी लाडली क्यों हुई, उनको लगता था कि ये स्कीम कोई मायने नहीं रखता। आज आप कुछ कहना चाहेंगे उनको?
लाडली बहनों ने जवाब दे दिया, उनने जितने भी कांटे थे सारे निकाल दिए। लाडली बहनों का असीम स्नेह, प्रेम और आशीर्वाद हमको मिला है।
आखिरी सवाल, मुख्यमंत्री बनेंगे आप दोबारा?
हम लोग अपने बारे में विचार, जो अपने बारे में सोचे वो कार्यकर्ता ही कैसा। हम एक बड़े मिशन के अंग हैं। हमारा मिशन, हमारी पार्टी जहां तय करती है हम वहां काम करते हैं।
Well, it's always very interesting to see what happens as far as the Chief Minister selection for the BJP is concerned in all three states now, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. It will be very interesting to watch out exactly who they choose as the next Chief Minister. But we'll take that discussion forward on the other side of a very short break. A big thanks to Ridhima, my colleague, for joining us, and also to political editor Aman Sharma. Time for a short break. On the other side, more.
श्रीमान नरेंद्र मोदी जी एमपी के मन में है और मोदी जी के मन में भी एमपी है।
Gandhi family, they have a special place in the hearts of the Telangana people.
मध्य प्रदेश की जनता को बहुत बधाई और कार्यकर्ताओं का बहुत बहुत आभार, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
I think it was a conclusive mandate given by the people as far as the election results are indicated.
You're not shutting their doors yet. Let's wait and see what happens there. But the point is, neither is the BJP anywhere in the south.
Okay.
So it's not enough that they do the rah in the north. So what are they talking about? The Congress will come.
पूर्ण बहुमत से छत्तीसगढ़ में भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनने वाली है। कांग्रेस के कुशासन का अंत होने वाला है।
The Modi guarantee, Prime Minister Modi's campaign and the appeasement politics and the corrupt politics of Congress governments, all this has contributed to a big victory.
Congress party's bogus guarantee जो है, that has been totally rejected.
आज आपके चैनल के द्वारा मध्य प्रदेश के एक एक जन जनार्दन को मैं प्रणाम करना चाहता हूं।